This is Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV, and we're here in Hamburg at the SMM exhibition with Roland Schwandt, Vice President Sales, SCHOTTEL, and Stefan Buch, Vice President After Sales Service, to discuss this propulsion company's growing product and service lineup. Gentlemen, first and foremost, this is a signature year for SCHOTTEL. It's your 100th anniversary. Can you discuss briefly the significance of this longevity in the maritime sector and give a by-the-numbers look at SCHOTTEL today using the metrics of your choice?
Well, for sure, 100 years is quite an important anniversary for us. It's quite a long time for SCHOTTEL. I personally ran into SCHOTTEL first time when I was studying naval architecture in the 90s. At that time, SCHOTTEL was the name for the azimuth thruster. There was no azimuth thruster, it was the SCHOTTEL propulsion system. So you see how important that product was for SCHOTTEL. And this is a product which went first to the market into tugboats and actually currently is ruling the tugboat market. But beside the SCHOTTEL thruster, meanwhile we offer tunnel thrusters, we offer a CPP system. At the moment we have the broadest portfolio of propulsion systems in the market, currently offering propulsion systems from 50 kW up to 30,000 kW. We grew up from a small family business to an international large family business with 1,500 employees worldwide in the shuttle industries, with 15 subsidiaries worldwide in every important marine hub in the world. And this is one of the strategies of SCHOTTEL as well, to be close to the customer, to give the customer the warm and fuzzy feeling that we are with them, that we are taking care of them, and that's why we have this 15 subsidiaries, and that's what basically happened over the last 100 years of SCHOTTEL.
Obviously, decarbonization is a big and growing trend throughout maritime. Can you discuss the products in the SCHOTTEL lineup and enter into the discussion when owners seek electric or hybrid solutions?
Yeah, as you rightfully said, Greg, decarbonization is the thing which is currently going on in the marine market, and SCHOTTEL was, I would say, envisioning that already, and we developed products for that, and one of the latest products we have in the market for that is what we call the Sidewife Amp. That's a product where you connect two SCHOTTEL thrusters to each other and propel them with one engine, so reducing the engine running hours and reducing the fuel consumption. And to give you an idea, the Sidewife Amp is in the market since roughly 3 years, and we have more than 10 of these systems on order or in operation. One of the references we currently have is the TAG Hermes, which is operating in the port of Aarhus in Denmark. In addition to that, we also have an electric version of the Sidewife Amp, which is called the Sidewife E. And this is the version for all our customers who are looking for a diesel electric hybrid system, where you can connect a diesel engine or each other fossil fuel a combustion engine to a thruster, and also connect an electric motor next to it. In addition to that, we are not only looking into the power input of the thruster, but also at the thruster itself on the hydrodynamic side of it. And on the hydrodynamic side, we have what we call the SCHOTTEL Ecopeller, which is an award-winning thruster which came to the market roughly 7 years ago, and it's actually very successful in the ferry market, if you talk about battery ferries, and also we see this kind of thruster going more and more into other merchant vessels, giving the ability to the vessels to save fuel, to increase the course-keeping stability of the vessels. Well, the latest addition to our portfolio is the SRP LE, which is actually a very compact version of the SRP, offering a system for full electric tugboats, where you have an electric motor installed on top of the thruster, and as I said, it's very compact. A tugboat is a vessel where space is very important and which is very space restricted, and the SRP LE is offering the right answer for every battery driven tugboat. And currently SCHOTTEL has, well, more than 5 full electric tugboats either on order or in service with the SRP LE.
I can imagine, well, I know that over 100 years, investment in your technology is a hallmark. How is SCHOTTEL investing today to expand and improve its portfolio of products?
Yeah, as you rightfully said, I mean, it's just a company like SCHOTTEL grow over the last 100 years, and this growth is only possible by constant development of new products and investing in markets and following the market trends and be ready to offer the right products for our customers. And well, talking a little bit about the products, what we did see recently is that there's quite a demand for vessels operating in the wind offshore market, and different from the oil and gas offshore market, you are not necessarily transferring goods or chemicals, but you're transferring human beings. So the safety aspect is even higher in the wind offshore market than in the oil and gas offshore market. And therefore, the SIBD is offering better maneuverability, higher steering capability, and just making your operation much safer. This is on the product side, but also if you look more on a holistic view on it, I can proudly say that SCHOTTEL acquired the majority share in Elcon, which is a Turkish system integrator, 40 years in the market, a lot of experience. We already have a lot of projects together with them, and that's what we see from the market, is that there's more and more demand for electric system, full electric system, where the propulsion system and the electric system is adjusted to each other, and with Elcon we can offer that. We can offer a complete package, while we're also able to cooperate with other suppliers, but Elcon of course was the investment of SCHOTTEL into the future.
So we understand the value of strong engineering and manufacturing on the front end, but every product needs after-sales support. Can you give a brief overview of how your organization is outfitted to support the vessel owner for the life of the vessel?
Well, there's currently a fleet of more than 10,000 vessels equipped with SCHOTTEL propulsion systems, which we are more than happy to provide customized and specialized OEM services to our clients. So, and in order to ensure proximity to our clients, there are more than 100 sales and service stations worldwide over the globe, with together 170 service engineers supporting those operations. So the customer is always able to choose the right place to do the right things on his assets in order to ensure his efficiency for his operation. So let me briefly separate the services into traditional services and digital services. So the traditional services is overhaul and repair business, like accidental or incidental repair for our customers in one of our 8 worldwide fully equipped OEM workshops, or even doing the services directly on site at the vessel in order to ensure the shortest downtime to the customer's operation. So digital those services are different from the traditional ones. So they are remote services, like remote troubleshooting for those where accessibility is an issue, where vessels cannot be entered by service engineers in order to save costs, or in areas where it is not possible. So our support engineers are able to support from the home base to the vessels directly in order to keep the vessel up and running all the time. So another very important digital service specialized for, let's say, offshore operations, for instance, is condition monitoring as a predictive or preventive maintenance support service specialized for long-term and reliable operation, where condition monitoring data is collected from the vessel and analyzed by SCHOTTEL experts, giving report to the customer, sending the reports dedicated to a portal, which is a SCHOTTEL platform, where SCHOTTEL customers can have access to in order to have a very close insight to health and condition to their assets, in order to do their long-term planning and keep the vessel available for long-term operations. This is a very important topic in order to save costs on the operator side. So all in all, we would like to claim that the shuttle after-sales service is supporting our customers from the day of commissioning of the vessel throughout their lifetime, with keeping always the efficiency on the highest level, but also keeping downtime at a minimum in order to give the full support to our customers. And even, if possible, to end up with modernizing the vessel and start from the scratch again.
I know you serve many different market segments, but when you look at the world today, where do you see some of the best opportunities by market segment?
Well, Greg, I think it's quite difficult to really focus on one segment, but I think we should more focus on the market drivers we see. And I think one of the most important market drivers, at least I see, is energy transition. So energy transition has a big impact on all the markets. And actually, I see it has an impact in two ways: on the propulsion and, on the other hand, also on the ship type itself. Let's talk about the propulsion. Everybody wants to save fuel, everybody wants to reduce greenhouse gas emission. So that's what driving the development of the propulsion system. We talked about a lot of different thrusters we are offering, and a lot of different concepts to follow that. On the other hand, we see the ships, and saying that, I'm focusing especially on the wind offshore segment. Energy transition also means wind offshore. We are looking for new energy sources, and the wind offshore market requires special vessels to serve it, which also ends up in new developments. And in addition to that, if you look to the US itself, where wind offshore is also a booming market, what also kicks in the US especially is the Jones Act, because all these vessels are going to be Jones Act vessels. So that means you're going to see a lot of new builds, a lot of new opportunities in the US itself. And for us as European suppliers, you also see the opportunity to offer our equipment to the US market. And SCHOTTEL has already a strong base in the US, with one of our biggest hubs in the world being situated in Homer, close to Port Fourchon. In addition to that, energy transition also means different fossil fuels. But what we see for a couple of years already is that there's a change to LNG gas for all kinds of vessels. And these vessels, they need also feeding of LNG gas, especially the big cruise vessels. And for that, LNG bunker vessels being built. And these LNG bunker vessels also, they need propulsion system. And they are so important that the German government, for example, decided to subsidize the building of LNG bunker vessels. On top of that, another market driver we see is also feeding human mankind. I mean, it sounds very big, but that has an impact on the marine market in terms of the aquaculture market. And when I say aquaculture, I mean seaweed, I mean fish. And what happens there is also that a lot of the fish farming moves out of the fjords into offshore. Moving into offshore means also higher requirements to the vessels, higher requirements to the propulsion systems. And we are ready for that. We are ready to propel the transition forward.